Now going over to the culture part of the podcast, you have Elon Musk joined Disney DEI tweet going viral all week. And of course, it was a fantastic April Fool's tweet. Now, Elon Musk on April 1st said, quote, excited to, and he tagged the company too, which is also especially hilarious. He said, quote, excited to join Disney as their chief DEI officer. Can't wait to work with Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy to make their content more woke. Even the linguini, unquote. Get it? That got 62.4 million views in the first 48 hours of posting, and it got 256,000 likes, which is astronomical. I mean, not to brag, but I did get 3 likes on a video that I posted last week. As the youth might say, that went relatively viral, relative to my average video, perhaps. And interestingly enough, he responded to a couple of them. So one of the first comments comes from Elon Musk. He says, quote, can't wait for Toy Story 5 and 2 more Manoa movies. Yay. And it's a little, we call it the little comic strip of the guys in the corporate meeting. They throw something out the window. And the first comic strip says, we need some new ideas for new films. What should we do? And then the first person says, more photorealism. The second person says, more woke culture. And the third person says, how about stop making live adaptations of everything and make an original film for once? And that third person gets thrown out the window, of course, because Disney doesn't do a lot of original things these days. They mostly do crappy remakes and inject politics to further alienate what they used to have in terms of their customer base. Now, one of my favorite responses actually comes from Elon Musk parody account. And this guy says, quote, sorry guys, posted this from the wrong account, unquote. They got 48,000 likes. And Elon Musk even responded to that with a laughy emoji, getting 39,000 likes. Now, of course, you do have our favorite contrarian. No, granted, I don't really like them, but I do appreciate differentiating points of opinion to make life a little bit more interesting and a little bit less of an echo chamber. Now, Luke Zaleski, the guy who, I don't understand this, he chose his profile picture, is him in a V-neck. He's a man, and this is his social media. That's what he chose. As we know, all men should always suit up. You always look best, obviously. But he chose a V-neck, and he turned himself into a cartoon. Nevertheless, Luke Zaleski says, quote, there are 3 main right-wing plots relentlessly promulgated on X's most prominent ad share paid feeds. 1. White people are victim heroes of a global plot against them. 2. Trump is a victim hero of a global plot against him. 3. Elon is a victim hero of a global plot against him, unquote. And that got 579 likes. So people did agree with him. However, I wonder if he was ratioed. As we click on his specific reply, we see one of the top ones that responded to him was Jay Novi saying, quote, but white men are the victims of a global plot. Victim is a victim hero of a DNC plot against him. Elon is a victim of a plot against him by Queer Nation. So it's mostly true. So it must be malinformation, unquote, getting 38 likes. Now, I do have Bobby Jean saying, quote, I have no respect for anyone playing the victim, especially billionaires playing the victim card. It's pathetic, unquote, getting 8 likes. So, and then the rest of the comments are roasting him, getting between 0 and 1 like. So they weren't all roasting Mr. Luke Zaleski, but mostly. You also have Lives of TikTok getting 708 likes with a couple laughy emojis. Clown World getting a laughing emoji with 498 likes. We also have Natalie Danielsman saying, do it, and it's a picture compilation of the Disney remakes. It has the original cartoon of Tinkerbell, and the live action remake is, spoiler alert, African American woman. You have the cartoon of Ariel, then you have live action remake with, well, she does have the fish eyes, but it is an African American actress. And then you have Tarzan? And to the right it says, go ahead Disney, I dare you to make a movie about a black man living in the jungle and raised by apes, unquote. And I got 784 likes, which that probably is the only movie they won't do a live adaptation, which is saying something because pretty much everything with a modicum of relevancy, like every intellectual property Disney has, it seems like they're trying to push towards just making a live action. You also have Wall Street Apes saying, quote, can't wait for a Disney movie showing your journey as a brave African American immigrating to the United States and the struggles you had to overcome, hashtag DEI for the win. And it's an AI generated image of Elon Musk as African American. That got 3.2 thousand likes. Someone else did the same picture and says, from Adam Lusky, saying, quote, world's most famous, successful African American, and says Elon Musk presented by Netflix, getting 8.1 thousand likes. Ian Miles Chung said, quote, they finally hired an African American, unquote, getting 10,000 likes. Scrolling down, you have the persistence saying, quote, someone posted that they aren't registered to vote, and I didn't swoop in like a bat. That's how seriously I'm taking April Fool's Day. That did get 3.9 thousand likes. You have the Chelsea forum saying, quote, thank you. And there's a quote from Elon saying, quote, 44 billion was not the cost of Twitter. It was the cost of restoring free speech. And quoting 5.2 thousand likes. You have Emergent Perspective saying, first priority. And it's a picture of the South Park episode with Eric Cartman playing Kathleen Kennedy, and it says, put a chick in it and make it lame and gay. Getting 1.1 thousand likes. So and this went on for a couple of days this week. And again, you had a couple of contrarian statements, but overwhelming just positive support for Elon. And it'll be interesting to see as you see the cultural pendulum swinging back and forth. Does DEI become more popular in 2024? Does it become less popular in 2024? I mean, personally, I think it'll probably end up in the courtrooms like most things do. And you'll probably have someone say, hey, you can't legally, you're not supposed to treat people differently based on their race. So, I mean, I can't help but think a couple lawsuits would probably put that practice to an end, similar to the college admissions scandal that we had in our lifetime. But let me know. It'd be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.